Hello, and welcome into the evening sports update here on Nebraska Nightly. I'm Peyton Thomas. In World Cup news, the United States men's national team has advanced to the round of 16 after a 1-0 victory in a must-win game against Iran. The U.S. had entered the third and final group stage game with just 2 points in draws against both Wales and England. Another draw in this match would have seen Iran advance as the second team out of Group B. But that was before Sergiño Dest's cross led to a Christian Pulisic 38th-minute goal. Pulisic put his body on the line leading up to the goal and needed to be subbed off at halftime with an abdominal injury. His status currently unknown for the round of 16 matchup this weekend. The Yanks now look ahead to Saturday, where they will take on the Group A winner Netherlands at the Khalifa International Stadium in El Rayyan, Qatar, at 9 a.m. Central Time. The U.S. has not reached the quarterfinal round since the 2002 World Cup. Moving over to the other football, the Huskers have announced the signing of Matt Rule as the 31st permanent head coach of the Nebraska football program. In previous stops at Temple and Baylor, Rule proved that he can turn programs around at the college level, taking the Owls from 2 wins and Baylor from just 1 win, both to double-digit season tallies. Rule's new contract will span 8 years and is worth $72 million. This comes in the wake of the Huskers finishing the 2022 season at 4-8 after an upset win over Iowa last Friday. Under a new head coach, Husker fans anticipate improvement in the coming years that could bring the team back into bowl contention. Nebraska is the only program in a Power 5 conference not to go to a bowl game since 2017. In volleyball news, Nebraska enters the NCAA tournament as a 2 seed and begins their run against Delaware State Thursday night. Placed in the Louisville quarter, Nebraska are guaranteed to host only this weekend's set of games. The winner between Nebraska and Delaware State will play the winner of 7-seed Miami and Kansas on Friday night. Nebraska enter the tournament following back-to-back home losses to end the season. First, a 4-set thriller against number 3 Wisconsin, followed by a sweep from number 9 Minnesota. The Huskers also forced to play on without one of their most experienced back row players in defensive specialist Kenzie Knuckles, who was ruled out for the season after suffering a knee injury during practice last week. Regardless, the Final Four this year is in Omaha, so the Huskers await a very friendly crowd in the event that they advance to that point in the tournament. In our final story tonight, fans prepare for the Big Ten Football Championship in Indianapolis this Saturday that could see Michigan into the college football playoff. The undefeated Wolverines enter the game as heavy double-digit favorites over 8-4 Purdue. The Boilermakers punched their ticket to the championship after winning the Big Ten West, beating Indiana last week, including some help from the Huskers' upset win in Iowa City over the Hawkeyes. The Wolverines, meanwhile, took down a bitter rival and also undefeated foe, Ohio State, to win the Big Ten East Division. Nebraska suffered losses to both Purdue and Michigan on the road earlier this season. That's the latest on this evening's sports edition of Nebraska Nightly. I'm Peyton Thomas.